Hi YouTube, this is Ebony Cherie of Atomic Bomb Ministries, and I just wanted to reach out today. I felt like God was giving me something very simple yet so relevant for the time being. I don't even know where I'm looking at in my camera somewhere. I'm looking you in your eyes. Gateways to the soul. But yeah, this is Atomic Bomb Ministries. Just something God gave me to just impart into you and to blow your mind. You think about atomic, it's a bomb. It's something that's going to make an impact, and it's definitely going to impact a lot of people. So here we are. Today's message was pretty much about obedience training, and I feel like God was giving me some insight as I was walking through training with my dog. And he reminded me of how the obedience training is not just for her, it's for me too, because I have to walk with him and listen to his guidance in order to listen to how to guide her as a dog. Now I've looked at YouTubes, I've done different things to kind of help me when it comes to like leash training, or it comes to like helping her not bark when she shouldn't be, more than 15 minutes at a time, and all of these different things. But it's in the simple things, in the simple training principles that he's giving me that will help her. One of those things is I feel like obedience training is the beginning of the day, how it starts your day off. Going to God in prayer and thanking him. A lot of times I like to listen to certain people or prayers on YouTube, depending on who it is, to get my day started, or I pray, or I'm on a prayer call with my team, or whatever the case may be, to just kind of start my day off right and kind of give God reference, and to go to him first of all in prayer and just make sure I'm right for the day. And then throughout the day, just being led and guided by him and what he's actually trying to tell me to do for that. It might be, there's a lady that walks in the grocery store and he's like, pray for that lady. And I'm like, okay, some people are apprehensive about that kind of stuff, but I've done it so many times. It's like a no-brainer. When God says do it, you do it. And most of the time after you do it, that person's like, thank you so much, I needed that, oh my God. That might be in another video about how to approach people with that. It's about obedience. Or it could just be in the simple things like, I don't know, walking out what he called you to do. And that could be simple. It could be just starting a YouTube channel like now. God was like, start it the other day and pray for them. And I was like, okay. And I did it. And then today he wanted me to come back on here and say a few other things. I'm sorry I'm so close. It's this tripod thing. It ain't working. Come on, Amazon. Get it together. It won't hold up, so I'm holding it up. But just obedience training. It's really great. It's a great thing. It's not always easy, but it's necessary. I think doing things the first time God tells you to do it and how he tells you to do it is really important. I think details are really important, and I think sometimes we can overcomplicate things, but God is very simple. He's not analytical like us. I think he's very detail oriented, absolutely, but he's not over the top like we could be sometimes. We overanalyze things because we might not want to walk out because of fear, because of apprehension, because we're being stubborn, or just rebellious. Let's just be real with what it is. But he's telling me that obedience training is just really where he's trying to get his people in this season. And I think we're always going through it. It's never a one-stop shop. I think God has had to really pry me a lot because I've been going on my own way for a while in some areas, and he's just like, if I could just get you the simple things, if I could just rear you in. And sometimes it's good for you to go through the obedience training. I won't say sometimes. It's always good for you to go through the obedience training because it'll help protect you. It'll protect you from wrong, the things that he doesn't want you to go into, wrong doors being, there. A lot of things are going to be presented to you, but you not going through those doors, if that makes sense. So not going through the wrong doors. Obedience training helps you with that, to listen and take heed. He says his sheep know his voice. A stranger he will not follow. So if God is not telling you to go through that door, then honey boo boo, you don't need to be walking through that door. Obedience training. I think it's with your hearing. I think it's with your seeing. God talks about the gates, watching what you see, guarding your heart. I can't watch and listen to certain things now in this season of my life just because it's not where I'm at no more. And it helps me to hear God clearer. If I got a bunch of filth in me, dirty water, God can't put no new, clean, pure alkaline water in me if I got dirty water. You know what I'm saying? I've heard it like this. I think it was a pastor that said it once, my pastor actually, about she's a pipeline, and God just needs to stream things through her. And when it's not clean, she can't get the free flow and the clean flow to give it to the people that are in need. And so that makes so much sense. I'm like, dang, we definitely need to be purified. And I think going through obedience training does that. Obedience is always better than sacrifice. I have it on my wall as one of my little postcards, like note cards remind me obedience is better than sacrifice. I even wrote, I choose to be obedient to the call, and I choose to be obedient to what you tell me to do the first time, so that I'm not having to go around in circles. There's like blessings for obedience. Like I've seen God come through when I was like looking for a job, and he told me to do one little thing, and then I did it, and like the next day I hear from someone about a job, you know what I mean? Or it'll be I knew, God be like, put $20 in whatever, and it might be my last, you know what I'm saying? And the next day I saw the return on that, like just little stuff. He's just really trying to teach you through obedience training, trust. I've gotten so much better. I used to have a hard time trusting God. And even though I've seen him come through multiple times for me, it was an issue that I had because of the lack of trust I had with men because of the loss of my father at a very early age. So that really played a part in that. But this obedience training, he's teaching me that I'm not trying to control you. You're already my daughter or my son. I'm just trying to get you, I'm trying to strategize with you. Let's call it what it is. It's a strategy. And it helps us in our future. It helps us to be safe. You think about David. God definitely had a strategy for him. He had to be obedient and pick up the stones. He had to be obedient and, walk through the process when he was king, different things. He might have failed like we all do and have done, and probably will fall in the future. Little things we might do that, might throw us off a little bit. But like, I feel like there's a process to that, and he had to go through obedience training. It's just little stuff. How is he able to defeat Goliath? His training way before that. He was killing lions, bulls, bears, tigers, the whole wild kingdom. That was his obedience training. I'm joking, but I'm like, you get where I'm trying to come from. This is not like a heavy word or anything. I just God wanted me to come on here and just kind of speak to that. And I think that it's really important for us to go through that. So in essence, this is just a little simple thing that we're going to go through. Sometimes there'll be other things that God gives me, but he just wanted to talk about obedience training. And I think it's going to be relevant for now. Okay. So God bless you guys, and I will be back later.